Yo, what's up, Poke fan? We back again on the Poke Dares channel, and we have a discussion tonight talking about, is the Pokemon market about to bust, the bubble is about to bust, or is the bubble is gonna keep expanding, and then eventually, at what point will it burst? You guys are gonna let me know, but we want to set ourselves up in the best economics, the best seals, the best slabs, and the stuff that we want to collect and make sure that our value in our dollars are being justified in the stuff that we're purchasing, and make sure we're making the right and the best smart decisions. Now, a lot of you guys be like, yo, D, should I invest in a lot of the Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon? Yeah, you can, but if you go about it in that format, a lot of the Sword and Shield, a lot of the Sun and Moon, a lot of stuff that's either 6 years, anywhere from 6 to 10 years older, if you have that type of liquidity and capital, I would say go ahead, invest in. Because if you want to invest in Evolving Sky, Sun and Moon, Fusion Strike, Tag Team, a lot of that stuff is going to be running you up to about $10,000 and more for cases of boxes of maybe ETBs, booster boxes. A lot of those sets didn't have booster bundles at those times yet. So, hey, we're going to just, lights went down. But yeah, so basically for me, if it was up to me, I would invest in a lot of modern sets like Scarlet and Violet era. If you want to invest in a lot of the Sword and Shield, I will go towards the end of Sword and Shield, like Fusion Strike, Silver Tempest, Brilliant Stars, stuff that's like, well, at one point Brilliant Stars and Fusion Strike was $450 a booster box. Now it's like getting up there to about $500 to $600, which is still good points to get into and to invest your dollars in. Like I said, if you have that type of capital to start at, but you also can start at a lot of the Scarlet and Violet sets. Well, the first 6 sets are out of print. Well, not out of print, out of rotation. Like Paradox Rev, Scarlet Violet base set. A lot of those booster boxes are in between like $350, $400, around that. You know what I'm saying? So those are good points to invest in, right, too. I would definitely invest in some of those, because you're not really breaking the bank, and you can get 2 of those for the price of 1. Now, if you want to go a little bit further up, there's not no booster box in the specialty sets like 151, Paldea Fates. What is it? What's another set? You can do Prismatic, Black Bolt, White Flare. But before we get into those, a lot of different booster boxes that like Destined Rivals at $650. So that's like where like anything Fusion Strike, Sword and Shield, but $650 is still a good mark to buy at when it comes to Destined Rivals, because a lot of people, the set is mid, it's not fully Team Rocket, but the numbers is the numbers, and black and white is black and white. Destined Rivals has done something that, a lot of sets don't get to do within their first year. This week alone, Destined Rivals will be a year. You know what I'm saying? And Destined Rivals went up to $650 a booster box before its first year run. That's amazing. So regardless of how you feel about your personal reason about the set, the fact that it's doing its numbers and everything else is following along with it, whether it's not rising up to that fast, but it's doing its numbers. Now, stuff like Stellar Crown, Temporal Forces, those sets will be out of print this coming year. I keep saying out of print. Out of rotation will be this coming. This coming up year. So those are good booster boxes and ETBs and Pokemon Center products to invest in. I would definitely invest in those. Those are anywhere from $300 to up to about $500. Now, any others like EX boxes, tins, and stuff like that, you can, but those are a lot of times a hard time to sell those type of things, just because of it's 5 packs for this, and you're gonna want $100 some, and then 9 times out of 10 you're gonna have to break those products down. And a lot of times people only really like loose packs unless it's like rip and shippers or whatnot, stuff like that, because there's a little bit of funny business going on with the resale packs, and people are doing a lot of shady business and stuff like that. So you want to be careful when you buying loose packs out here. You definitely don't want to get caught up in the fugaziness. Now, booster bundles is a good buy too. I would definitely buy booster bundles because those are 6 packs. Those usually like the last products to get pushed out as far as when the newer sets, when they came out. Some of them came out during Sword and Shield, your Crown Zenith. What else? What else had booster bundles? I think Silver Tempest had booster bundles. I can't remember all the other sets. We'll look into those, but those are good to invest in because those come around really the last run whenever a set's about to go out of rotation. So if you don't have a lot of ETBs or you didn't get a lot of UPCs, if they have those, booster bundles is a great product to buy, and they're very lucrative and liquid too. As you can see, 151 is around 200 a booster bundle, and I know that's pretty much out there. Now that right there is something that I probably would not buy in right now just because they're at their mark. So if you get it from 200, then you're going to have to sell yours for 300, 400. So if you can get, the best time to invest in booster bundles is when they come out, or if you can't get them when they come out, you want to buy them at $50, anywhere from $50 to $75. 80 would be my max, because around the time last year, certain card stores were charging like $85, the most of 90 for 151, but they went down to like $75. So that was a great buy. You know what I'm saying? So my cap is usually the $75 to $85 cap when it comes to booster bundles. You definitely don't want to go a little bit too much over, because then your market for profit, you won't get that much because you're too busy going to wait and try to find one of those whales to buy those products, especially if you have a case or if you just have loose and singles. So you definitely want to try to get in at your buy at a good deal and a good steal. The next product I would probably invest in, like I said, is regular ETBs, but not all ETBs. For me, invest in like specialty sets. Those are good buys. Or if you see something that's not a specialty set but has a great card list. Let me repeat that. If you're not invested in specialty sets when it comes to ETBs or booster boxes, you definitely want to check the card listing. So that's how you can determine a lot of the value of the cards, if the card listing is good. So you definitely want to see the different sets, values and stuff like that. You want to go off the hype. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but as content creators, we help hype the products. We help hype different sets and Pokemon and things like that of that nature. So you definitely want to look at your card list. You definitely want to value the hype. You want to look at social media, all those different types of things when it comes to value investments and different stuff like that. Because you can go off your own discretion and be like, oh, this set is going to be like, prime example, Chaos Rising just came out. Perfect Order just before it. So a lot of people would think, well, what would be the better option? Perfect Order or Chaos Rising? Well, as you can see, Chaos Rising has the Greninja. So it's solely holding its bets on Greninja. Now, Perfect Order don't have a particular, it does have the Zygarde, but if you look at Perfect Order, what's really holding the value is all the other cards, the Meowth, the Starmie, the Clefable, then the Zygarde, and stuff like that. So when you look at Chaos Rising, it's Greninja or bust. It's the Greninja, the Gold Greninja, the, Machino, I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's like the little mouses. And you have the Galar. I can't even pronounce that Pokemon name, but it's a beautiful card. But really it's Greninja or bust. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of want to just look into the card sets and go off your evaluation and different things like that. Now, going back to if you want to invest in Sword and Shield, you can, but you gotta have the liquid. You gotta have the finances for anything Sword and Shield, anything Sun and Moon, because right now those prices are 500 or better. That's anything. You know what I'm saying? Now packs is like $50 for certain sets in that era. But a lot of those stuff, you want to invest in a lot of vintage, you gotta have to come with a lot of capital. Or you can trade some stuff. You can do a lot of trades and or consignments, different things like that. Or if you have slabs. Now slabs might can help you out as well too. So whether it's PSA, CGC, anyone, but usually Beckett, PSA will help you out a lot better when you're getting rid of your slabs. So you definitely want to look into that if you want to get rid of slabs for trade. Or now, when it comes to single cards and slabs and stuff like that, you very want to be cautious, because now, I want to say, let's say not so much solely cautious. You want to be very precise and very adamant on what you're buying, what you're looking at, what if you're collecting, or do you play the decks, or is it your favorite Pokemon? A lot of the times sometimes you go with your heart, and a lot of the time with your brain. So you kind of want to sometimes reverse those and kind of go with your brain, sometimes more with your heart, because let's say you end up finding a card that's worth $300 and then it end up dropping in 2 months, where it goes from $300 to $150 or $100. Well, a lot of times it's being patient. In this hobby, in this market, patience is very, very key. I know that's what a lot of things, but patience is very, very key in this hobby. If you can be patient in this hobby, you will be very successful. Your business be successful, your channel be successful, everything that what you got going on, your collection, all of that. Because being patient, being firm, and standing on what you believe in will help you a lot in this hobby. So yeah, family. So just giving my little pointers on just a little bit of investment. Is the market gonna bust? The bubble's gonna bust, and things like that. So just want to get a little rant for tonight. We'll come back with tomorrow with a part 2, give a little bit more in detail. We'll go on the slabs, and we'll deal a little bit more on the seal product and stuff like that. So I just wanted to just point out there with vintage, a little bit of vintage and some modern and stuff like that. So y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think and what y'all invested in. Is y'all invested in more vintage? Is y'all invested in more modern? Or are you more into slabs? Or are you just a collector? Or you have your favorite Pokemon, stuff that you're collecting and things of that nature? Or are you just burning and turning? You know what I'm saying? Making a quick flip, which is, hey, a profit is a profit. Make your money. In this, you want to make your money. You want to enjoy the hobby. You want to collect, have a good time. Like I said, this hobby is expensive. This is not a cheap hobby. So I get it. So let's just be fair. Let's be firm out there. And let's not do no scamming. And let's get everything together. And we'll check it back in tomorrow. So let me know what y'all think. And we'll tune in. Appreciate all the time and the love. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. The next time on the Poké Deers channel. See y'all later. Peace.